So you have taken a position, it was about 11 months ago now, in fairness, in the Cleveland Plain and Dealer, that you actually had some reservations about Bernie Sanders. You said in part, I'm not sure somebody far left can win. I might be wrong. I'm about as liberal as they come, but I'm also pragmatic and understand how government runs too. I would love it if a far left liberal could win, but I don't think that's going to happen. And you went on to say specifically about Bernie Sanders you had doubts. Have you changed your mind?
I've not. I do believe that this country is center-left. It is not left-left. It is center-left. And I do believe that the candidate that we choose that can win must be center-left as well, because I think that that then brings into place the kind of coalition that it takes to beat Donald Trump. It becomes a large, as we say, big tent. That is the Democratic Party. Now, I do understand that there are some diversity in places that we've already been, but when you talk about a national election, it is very different than a state election. And so I'm hopeful that our candidate will be someone that is more center-left.
And one of the issues, of course, that we talk about with South Carolina is the African-American population. We have Hispanics fairly substantial in Nevada. We had a very small minority representation in both Iowa and New Hampshire. What are the issues that you think, from your point of view, appeal specifically to African-Americans across the country?
Well, let me just make one distinction about Nevada. Yes, Nevada is diverse, but when you vote in a caucus, less than 5% of the electorate vote. I do not think it's a good representation of the people in the state. It is difficult, it is undemocratic, and so I would make that distinction first. But I would say what people in South Carolina want to hear is, what are you going to do to make my life better? What are you going to do for me? What are you going to do for my family? What are you going to do for my community? How does my vote for you make my life better?
Looking forward to the primary coming up, we see polls that indicate that Joe Biden, the former vice president, is ahead. Is that your sense of the state at this point?
It is my sense at this point. I mean, you got to realize that the vice president has a long history with people in South Carolina. He used to vacation here. He was here an awful lot during the presidency of Barack Obama. I think that it is important that people know him, and that's what helps him. I mean, certainly, most of us vote for people that we either like or we believe in their policies. And I think for South Carolina, Joe Biden probably hits both of those.